A first-of-its-kind housing development in Maple Grove is attracting attention. It's a housing concept that's making its way from places like Florida and Arizona. Delane Cleveland joins us now with more. Delane?
Shannon, one of the downsides of living in a house is all of the work that goes into it, shoveling snow, mowing the lawn, pulling the weeds. But there is a new subdivision in Maple Grove where residents don't have to worry about any of that.
So at first it was hard to get people to believe that we actually existed, being the first of its kind here to Maple Grove. And once they came in, they were just so excited about having that home experience. They didn't have to have the responsibility of taking care of maintenance, mowing the grass, plowing the snow during the wintertime, and they could just live their life.
She is referring to Mills Creek, a new development of detached single-family homes that are maintained by a property management company. The first residents started moving in during the summer of 2017, and by the spring of 2020, Mills Creek will have 66 freestanding houses available to rent, along with a clubhouse that features amenities like a gym, an outdoor pool, and a putting green. Developers say Maple Grove was an obvious choice for this concept, which is different from anything that's currently offered in the Twin Cities.
This isn't just a house that's being rented or some landlord that's off in another part of the country, but this is an intentionally developed and intentionally maintained and intentional in building a community here within Maple Grove.
Now, prices range between $2,300 per month to $3,200 per month. Meanwhile, a similar development is about to break ground in Plymouth, a 37-unit project called Beacon Ridge. Shannon?
Thank you, Delane. New Hope City officials say they made every effort to keep its general fund property tax levy low. They say they did that to help offset bond levies for the pool and park improvements. The preliminary tax levy is slated to increase 10%. Nearly 9% of that pays for the new swimming pool and park improvements. For houses valued from $150,000 to $400,000, the estimated tax increase ranges from $28 to $87. One other budget note for you, the city also has set aside nearly $60,000 to train election judges. And that's because there are 3 elections in 2020, the presidential primary, the general primary, and the general election. The Brooklyn Park City Council has approved a new sister city agreement with the city of Garowe in Somalia. Garowe is located on Africa's northeast coast with a population of just under 200,000 people. The purpose of the agreement is to better connect with residents who are natives of Somalia. This is the second active sister city relationship Brooklyn Park has. The other is with Kakata in Liberia. A local charter school says the Hmong culture and language is endangered. New Millennium Academy in Brooklyn Center, however, is designed to prevent that from happening. In today's School Spotlight, reporter Pafua Yang shows us how the school is merging culture with academics.
Okay, so identify the I and the D.
For 8th grade student Karina Yang, life in America isn't taken for granted.
I'm amazed how Hmong people came from such a rough background, and now we're here today, and it's surprising that I am also here.
Embracing the Hmong culture and language more than ever.
Yes, it is important because we don't have our own country.
Karina realizes the magnitude it carries.
My parents are getting old, and sometimes their grammar isn't as good as it was before, so I need to keep learning Hmong and do my best.
New Millennium Academy has 770 students. 85% are Hmong.
Any questions about that?
The school opened up in 2005 following the large wave of refugees from Thailand.
In fact, about 15 to 20,000 Hmong refugees resettled here in the Twin Cities, Minnesota.
Unfortunately, school officials admit the younger generation is losing the Hmong language and culture.
That means that you're marked with an E on.
That's why Hmong class is a required elective at New Millennium Academy and has been for years.
Each day, students K through 5 are immersed in the Hmong culture for 45 minutes, but middle schoolers get 58 minutes.
And they learn everything from language to culture to history.
I get to learn different ways and how people survived in such a way, like the refugee camps.
Students are taught to embrace their differences in hopes of making the world a better place.
Essentially, diversity drives innovation, and so we teach our scholars all of that.
Okay, bottom portion back.
Pafu Yang, CCX News.
All right.
New Millennium Academy serves kindergarten through 8th grade, and the school relocated from North Minneapolis to Brooklyn Center about 3 years ago. Preparations are underway in Maple Grove for a first ever outdoor concert event in Central Park. Concert on the Lawn featuring the Gear Daddies will happen this Saturday. About 2,000 people are expected, and the city of Maple Grove has put some thought into parking for the event.
We do have a free shuttle that will be available for the concert goers. We have 3 stops. Our main stop is at the Maple Grove Transit by the Arbor Lakes shopping area. We will also have a shuttle stop near the Government Center parking lot and also near the library parking ramp off of Main Street.
And finally, we usually show you video clips of local hockey players who are some of the best. But today, we're going to show you some who are the cutest. Around 75 skaters ages 5 through 8 were on the ice at the Plymouth Ice Arena this week in the Little Wild Camp. It's put on by the Wayzata Youth Hockey Association, Minnesota Hockey, and the Minnesota Wild.
They learn to skate, they get out there, and they enjoy hockey. A lot of these families are new to hockey altogether, so it's really a great way for them to enjoy the sport and see what it's like and really get introduced to it.
The Little Wild Camp goes on for a few more weeks this fall.
The Benilde St. Margaret's volleyball team graduated a lot of talent from last year's 19-win team. As Jay Wilcox reports, the Red Knights are learning on the fly this fall.
It wasn't all smooth sailing for the Benilde St. Margaret's volleyball team at the high-powered Southwest Minnesota Challenge tournament over the weekend. But the Red Knights, who went 2-3 against a very tough field, learned a lot.
And we kind of all learned how to play better together, so that was really cool to see. I think we all became a lot more confident as a team and like in ourselves and in our own abilities, so that was really cool. And we won a few games on there, so that was good. And we played harder teams, which was fun to like play at a higher level.
Well, going into the tournament, we knew that it was going to be a battle. We knew that there was some really good teams down there, so it was really good for us to go down there and face some really good competition. And it motivates us. It shows us what we can be, how we can get better. And
Benilde's become a very solid program in recent years. They have a lot of new faces in the lineup this fall. The Red Knights have won 5 of their first 9 matches, and the growth is noticeable.
Honestly, a lot better than I expected, not in a bad way, but we lost a lot of seniors last year, which was super sad to see all of them go, but this year we keep persevering and we keep pushing through hard situations during games, and we're honestly doing pretty well.
We're improving, and our goal has been 1% better every day. And for the most part, we've been 1% better every day, and they're learning the pace of this game, and they're really adapting. I think we are definitely on the way up right now.
BSM won the Metro West Conference title, their first title in many years, in 2017. They tied for second in the league last year, and it looks like a deep conference this fall.
I think this is the most stacked and deepest conference that we've had. There are, easily 5-6 teams that could win this conference right now, and I know Chanhasen's the defending champ, and they certainly look just as good as last year, but you've also got teams of Bloomington Jefferson, who've already had a couple really impressive wins already on their resume.
The Red Knights are a bit of an under-the-radar team now, but they're getting better each day. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
The Red Knights host Chaska in a key match Thursday night. The high school girls swimming and diving season is underway. In the Northwest Suburban Conference, the Champlin Park Rebels are winners of their first 2 dual meets with high hopes to build off a successful season.
There is a lot of enthusiasm around the pool these days at Jackson Middle School. Even with the graduation of a talented senior class from last season, it is an optimistic group.
We are a youthful team this year, led by a lot of freshman talent, but we have 6 strong senior leaders, so we're looking forward to a fun, engaging team. The divers and swimmers have been really working together at building some camaraderie and building just a good team atmosphere.
It's just one last year of high school where I can finish off strong with a bunch of girls who are so amazing and great with building teamwork and spirit. I really love them. They're always there to pick you up, whether you've had a bad day or cheer you on when you've had a great day.
The Rebels finished in the upper half of both the conference and section last fall and should do so again. Senior Heather Johnson is a school record holder and multiple-time state entrant sprinter. The Rebels also bring back 2018 relay team members Malia Johnson and Annika Gustafson.
We do have a lot of good swimmers here, and we're really hard working. We're gonna give it our best, and we're gonna strive to be as fast as we were last year. We may not make it, but at least we're gonna try really, 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 really hard.
With 2 wins in 2 meets already this season, it looks like the Rebels' mix of veterans and young talent is paying off.
It reminds me a lot of the group of seniors that we graduated last year, and thinking back how they were as 8th graders and freshmen. Now this group, we have multiple freshmen who are looking for to earn all conference honors, and then we have some upperclassmen who will add that speed and experience to hopefully help us build onto the season.
The Rebels are at Andover tonight, Thursday, and will compete at an invitational meet Saturday in Edina. That's all for sports. More news in a moment.